Hi, this is Pastor Greg from Lewis Presbyterian Church, joining you once again for a weekly devotional. And I'm doing things a little bit differently. I'm recording on QuickTime Player, which I'm hoping will give me a little bit more capability in making these recordings. And hey, if we need to record on the weekend for sermons, I hope this platform will work a little better as well. So a little bit different and hopefully able to get the sound a little bit better for you as well. Hey, we're coming off Thanksgiving. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, whether it was often with just a small group or with family and friends who may have joined you. But I think the primary thing for this past weekend is to be thankful. To be thankful for all that God has done for us, for how He's provided for us, for how He's taken care of us and given us a Savior who's died on the cross for us, who's given us a church that blesses us and given us Christian friends who encourage us. So, as we go into Advent, I still want to go into Advent with an attitude of thanksgiving for what Christ has done for us. I hope that you are doing well this week, and we at Lewis Church, we're trying to get back to being in the building as soon as we can, but during this time of COVID-19, we are just trying to be as cautious as we possibly can. And so, sometimes we will overreact and we'll say, hey, you know what? We're going to do church from video and from a computer rather than in person. And this may happen one or two times more in the future. I don't doubt it. But we're ready. We've got all our gear together. We know how to do what we need to do. And so we will have bumps in the road, I am sure, in the coming months. But hey, we're going to stay faithful to God, faithful to Christ, and do the very best that we know how to do. Now, this past Sunday, I didn't get around to reading the Psalter, and so I wanted to pick back up on that today, and I want to read to you Psalm 118. Not all of it, perhaps. It's a pretty long psalm, but I want to read the beginning of it. Give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. His love endures forever. Let Israel say, His love endures forever. Let the house of Aaron say, His love endures forever. Let those who fear the Lord say, His love endures forever. When hard pressed, I cried to the Lord. He brought me into a spacious place. The Lord is with me. I will not be afraid. What can mere mortals do to me? The Lord is with me. He is my helper. I look in triumph on my enemies. It is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in humans. It is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in princes. And I'm going to stop right there. And I love that psalm, especially the part that says, His love endures forever. Isn't that a great word to us that no matter what is happening all around us, no matter what the craziness is in our life, God's love reaches out to us. It never fails. It never falls short. It never gives up. It's never removed from us. And, this morning, I want you to know that you are loved by God and by Jesus Christ. And you can live with confidence because of that word. And I do like the part where he says, put your trust in God, not in human beings. I'm glad we live in a scientific age. When people say, don't you wish you lived in the good old days back in the 19th century? And I say, no, I don't. I'm glad to be alive in the 21st century with modern medicine and antibiotics and viral research, and I love the convenience of computers, and I love cars that start in the morning when you turn the key or just sit in them and push a button. I love the 21st century, but you know what? I think we need to be reminded that our trust isn't in technology. Our trust isn't even in scientists. Our complete trust is in God because He holds this world in His hand. And the very principles and foundations that science is built on were put there by the Creator. And because of that, we can trust God with our lives. We can trust Him with the future. We can find refuge in Him. And I hope that you'll take that to heart as we continue on in this rocky part of American history, as there's a lot of doubt and a lot of fear about the future. You know what? As Christians, we don't need to be afraid. We don't need to be doubtful, because God has got this in his hands. And for that, we're thankful. And we're thankful that he loves us deeply. I hope you have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you again next Sunday in church.